The New England Patriots not forgetting this silver lining. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out Patriots content for people just like you. We're entering week 3, going up against the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Finally, for the first time, everything you need to know, insights, rumors, analysis, whatever it might be, come check it out here, Sports Talk Patriots. Hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below. So today, we're going to be talking about some silver linings when it comes to the New England Patriots. As well, we're going to be talking about Jacoby Brissett, the offensive line, and what needs to be done. As well, our boy, Rhamondre, and some good news for him. So let's jump into it. First, we are talking about silver linings. Now, we look at this game, and a lot of you are like, offense. We need to talk offense. Yes, we're going to get to it. But first, we're going to be talking about defense. Now, yesterday, initially after the game, I went in and I was like, golly, Christian Gonzalez, DK Metcalf went off yesterday. And Christian Gonzalez, a lot of that game was on him. And so looking at it from an optics standpoint, I was just like, not a great game for him. But after further review, if you really dive into it, Christian Gonzalez covered him on 36 of 44 different routes, and of that, gave up 3 catches for 24 yards. So this is silver lining number 1. We look at this and hey, Christian Gonzalez is the dog that he says he is and that we know he is. So that is hope in that secondary. There was times that secondary got shredded. Smith and Jigba and Metcalf, when they got into open field, it was not good. Especially Smith and Jigba. What is interesting about that whole situation is going into this week, I kept saying, Geno Smith, he's an okay quarterback. He can go off. But again, this wide receiver core needs a better quarterback. This could be an elite wide receiver core. And then I ate my words because they absolutely went off on this secondary that I had much more confidence in than I thought. Anyways, Christian Gonzalez did a good job. Yes, you're going to say, well, what about that blown coverage? Yes, Duggar also already talked about that, how they were supposed to switch over. They did not. It was man turned into zone, and then it was just blown coverage, DK Metcalf. So technically you take that 56 yards off, Metcalf not having as good a game, but still an awful eyesore. So that's silver lining number 1. Christian Gonzalez, dog, a lot of potential on that defense. And there's other things, obviously, that need to be fixed. Jay Jones was taken out multiple times for Wilson. Wilson had 2 pass interferences. And so the question becomes, is Jay Jones, is Wilson, are these people that are the answers? Are they kind of a thorn in the side? Are they making it difficult for this defense? As well, looking over film, the question is going to become, hey, when were these big plays, when were these chunk plays taken? Because I do believe there was multiple times that the Seahawks would, I don't know if you want to say, quote-unquote, get in a hurry-up, but they'd get up to the ball, they'd switch up their look, and the Patriots did not have time to change personnel, and so that can greatly affect you. It's smart game planning by the Seahawks, but at the same time, it's very hard for a defense to maneuver and switch up with the personnel they have going up against whatever the personnel it comes down to for the other team. So that is also a big one. So first, Christian Gonzalez, comment below, what do you think about his performance today? Next, other silver lining we're going to talk about also on the defensive side of the ball, we're talking about my boy Keon White. He had 1.5 sacks, which was awesome, and then he also had a career high of 5 pressures. This is huge. Remember, we talked about Matthew Judon. He left. Everyone, there was a lot of people that were bummed saying, well, there goes our rushing attack. And listen, yeah, I don't disagree. If we had Keon White and Judon, that would be awesome. Barmore in the middle, oh my gosh, that defensive line would be unreal. But again, Keon White is a young talent on a rookie contract with a lot of potential. A lot of those sacks were coming on stunts, or he was going on the interior offensive line. And so think eventually whenever Barmore gets back, we already know it might not be this year, and it probably won't be this year, as everything points to that at the moment. But again, Keon White, dog, put your faith in him. Getting that pressure, needs to continue doing that. We need to get other guys in on that as well. So those are 2 huge silver linings that we need to remember on the defensive side of the ball. And honestly, besides giving up probably more passing yards than they should have. The defense held their own at times. At the end, it was kind of killer. They didn't come up with the big stop they needed to, but I think it's hard in overtime when you're gassed. If you watched the Rams Lions last week, the Lions literally just ran it down their throat in overtime to get the win. And so it can be difficult. And you're a grown man playing a full game, and then you got to play overtime. But at the end of the day, they're professionals. You got to dig deep. All right. So next, we're going to jump into a little Jacoby Brissett in the offensive line. Wait till you see this graphic. I think this graphic is wild, and it says it paints a story for the game. So first, all the green are completed passes. White are incomplete passes. That blue line is the line of scrimmage, and then the blue is the touchdown to Jalen Polk. That was that in route basically on the back side of the end zone. And so we look at this, and this is the story it paints, is every single throw downfield was 10 yards or less besides the touchdown pass that was 13 yards, I believe, about 13 yards. And so we look at this, Gerard Mayo has said it, Jacoby Brissett has said it, the whole team is talking about it. AVP has talked about it. They need to get the ball downfield. So you look at the wide receivers, they had 3 catches total for 19 yards. 3 catches total for 19 yards. So I know a lot of you are saying, but Aaron, we've already talked about this offensive line. I understand that. But there are ways to scheme in getting the ball into wide receivers' hands that Hunter Henry's great. He had an awesome game. Looking at right in the middle of the field. We talked about this yesterday. A lot of just hitches, a lot of chips, leaks, whatever you want to call it, where he got out, he was wide open. Boom. Awesome. I think that's great. But there are ways where you can run a wide receiver on a jet and do a little pop pass. You can do mesh concepts, quick routes. Quick routes are key, especially when you have wide receivers that are quick. Pop is quick. He did not get the ball once. So again, going into this Jets game, the Jets defense is they have some elite defenders, especially we're looking at Sauce. So going into this game, they need to figure out a game plan, especially on a Thursday, so it's a short week. Going into this game saying, how can we get it into these wide receivers' hands? That's the big question. That's going to be the huge question of this week. How are we going to figure that out? Again, you're saying, well, Aaron, look, the offensive line. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep a running. Let's keep a running back there picking up blocks in pass protection. Nothing wrong with that. Keep an H-back, tight end, whatever you want to do in there to help block. If that means we have to send out less, sure. But again, quick routes. Get the ball out. So I think that's another key is going to be looking at this, figuring out how can we do better. How can the Patriots do better? Now, that's not to take away from Jacoby Brissett in the game because, again, there was 0 turnovers. Awesome. There were no negative plays. So even though you look at the line of scrimmage, they were able to get positive yardage. So again, you look at Jacoby as a career, obviously he started games, but as a career backup, that's his role for the most part. He came in a way, he did what was expected. He played it very safe. He managed the game. He did what he was supposed to do. But again, we need to get the ball downfield. Now, yesterday I jumped to conclusions of, hey, we need to get Drake May in there. Let's see him. And a lot of people were like, no, we're not ready for him yet. But I just think it's interesting to say, sorry, this is messing up on me. There we go. Interesting to say, hey, if he can change it up, like, why not? If he gives a little more of a dual threat, opening up that, making it a little more difficult. Jacoby, there was a couple times he got hit. You'd have to agree where I'm like, golly, Drake May might be coming in. You could see the grimace in Brissett's face. So we will see what happens as we continue. Now, last but not least, we're going to talk about Rhamondre Stevenson. I can't find the article at the moment, but it was talking about how Rhamondre is poised. He is setting up himself for having an awesome NFL season. Now, remember, weeks ago we talked about over/under 7.5 rushing touchdowns. He already has 2, so it is looking good. I believe a lot of people took the over. A lot of people were negative, took the under. Listen, we still have plenty of football left, and so we will see what happens. Plenty of great defenses to go up against. But Rhamondre this week got a little break during practice. He had 25 carries the week before against the Bengals. I believe that ranked like 3rd when it came to carries in the NFL. So he is continuing to be a workhorse. He will get the ball a lot. Now, again, we're going to go back to one more silver lining, and then we're going to wrap this bad boy up. If we compare a decent, above-average passing game to Rhamondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson, this offense can do all right, can be run-of-the-mill, can be not bottom tier, but I would say average, maybe even above average, depending on if we can get the ball downfield. But the question is, what is AVP going to do in Gerard Mayo? What are they going to do to figure that out, to get the ball into their wide receivers' hands? So comment below. What is your thought about this game, going in, turning the page, going to week 3? What's your thoughts? What do the Patriots need to do? And maybe I missed something. Again, what do you think about our silver linings, Gonzalez and White? Comment below on that. That being said, Thursday, going to be trying to go live, so make plans. If you want to jump on, we can chat, have a good time, watch some Thursday Night Football. Don't miss that out. This is Sports Talk Patriots. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. Like, comment below. Peace.